Hi everyone, Mike Bushell here, creator of Crumb. Thought I'd do something a bit more personal this time, show off some of the new features of Crumb. As you can see, there is nothing exciting about my development area. It's literally the kitchen in my workshop, hence why my hands are so lovely and clean. Any donations are greatly welcome to try and get me a nice office for development. So without further ado, I want to show you something new that's in Crumb. Okay, I should be down here somewhere by now. Clean hand check. So this is a blank component designing workspace. All the menus are a bit sparse at the moment because I'm in the middle of development and this is just an alpha build. And what I'm going to run through is how we can create a component and mainly focus on how it looks. Because one of the core concepts and sort of non-negotiable goals for Crumb 2 is to give users all the tools available to recreate at the very least all the components I had in Crumb 1 in the same fidelity. So let's load up a model. I currently support GLB and FBX formats. There's a model I prepared earlier. I'm just going to move it so that it's all in view. So we'll get that back here. So there we have a model. It's very plain, very basic. It's just white because that's the base material. So if we select it, we could do something like turn it red. I mean, it does look like an LED. It's very basic. We could switch on emissions. We can pick an emissive color. Let's go back there. Whack a load of energy into it. And there we go. To some people that might be acceptable to represent an LED, but to me, I feel like we should be able to have a bit more fidelity in it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, let's work on the pins first. So we know they're metal. So go metallic, we'll make them nice and shiny, setting roughness down there, and we get a bit better appearance there. Let's change it fully metallic and a bit more smooth. There we go. We can see we've got some of the environment reflections on there. So selecting the body, I'm going to go back to I'm going to select a custom shader. I've just included this functionality. So it goes back to white, and I can edit the source code. So there we go. We've got a basic shader code here. So let's just organize the viewport, the workspace a bit better. So let's bring that over here. Let's try and get that nicely focused there. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit. I've already got some pre-prepared code, which I'm going to bring from here. Now this was ported directly from what I built in the Unity version of Crumb, and I ported it over to GD shader, which is what you can program in Crumb 2. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to paste that in there, and we can scroll up through. We can see all the variables and things that I've defined. All these uniforms are going to appear in the inspector here. So I'll go ahead and I'll click save, and straight away we've got a bit of a change here. So let's turn off the emissions for the moment. And one thing we see, one thing which I like and I had in the Unity version of Crumb, is we've got sort of this refractive, let's just turn that down so we can see it a bit better. There we go. Bit of refraction, so the components inside are slightly distorted. It's not going to really mean anything to anyone, except for someone who wants to make it look really good. So I've got a couple of textures I need to load up, and here's the main one. Here's the secondary one. These are sort of my glow profiles. Let's go ahead and pick a colour for our LED that looks realistic. So I think come down with something like that, I think. And we're going to want to try and get the colours as close to as that. So emission colour, I'm going to have something up here. And same for the glow colour. That's around about something there. So if we just whack up the emission, oh, there we go. We can whack up the emission power, and we can see how that's looking now. Now that is looking more like an LED, and I've even got it so that when we change view angle, we get a brighter view. And we can go one step further. We could turn off the scene light. Let's do that. Yeah, that's looking lovely. That is. I really like that. So this gives us, Crumb 2 now has the opportunity for you to, for users to really make something that they feel best represents a real world component. Again, this is all very much alpha version at the moment. I'm looking to move into beta hopefully within the next few months, and then we can start getting some of you wonderful users to give your open and honest feedback.